Mm-mm-mm. Let's see if YouTube pushes this video out. I had to start the live all the way over, y'all. So if you come back into the room, let me know if you can hear me as soon as you get into the room. So much has happened, y'all. So much has happened. Can you hear me if you're listening? Okay, cool. Okay. So, y'all, I am here in Miami. And right now I'm at my homegirl's house. She's cooking some food. So, we about to eat. We about to eat. And I got an event to go to tonight, y'all. I got an event. Okay. So, I'm not going to play no audio because I don't really need to at this point. I don't really need to play the audio. You already know what it is. So, y'all, this K.Michelle situation, I think I figured out what happened. Okay? I think, but I don't know. All I know is that Lil Mo has for some reason entered the chat. So I'm going to tell y'all how we got here, okay? I'm going to tell y'all how we got here. So let me make this smaller. And let me pull up this. Okay. So last night's video, y'all, I had actually scheduled last night's video to come out today. But what I realized was that K.Michelle had already responded. Jay Washington says K.Michelle is going to have us bald like Richie with the games. She about to. Okay, she about to. So what I realized was K.Michelle had already responded to this. Now, I don't know if this live from Cocktails with, I don't know if the interview was supposed to be live initially or if it ended up being pre-recorded. I'm not sure. All I know is that K.Michelle had either gotten wind of it or something happened and she ended up responding with her own. Nosh, okay? So who is Nosh, you might be asking yourself, all right? Who is this Nosh that we are speaking of? So Nosh is the ex that K.Michelle was referring with PORSHA, okay? That's the ex. So my thought was, okay, Nosh has every right to speak out at this point because he's been brought up on the show and he's been shown on the show because they have footage of him from Queen's Court. Bravo is under the NBC Universal umbrella, and so is Peacock, and so any of that footage can technically be used. So he was shown in the episode, okay? So he does the interview on Cocktails with Carly, where he basically alleges that, I'm going to give you the brief, that in our video last night, we talked about how he was shocked to be considered an ex, but I think he also kind of references himself as an ex in some way, shape, or form. All we know is that they had a dating history. Let's put it like that. A dating history. Now, y'all know on these reality TV shows, the Queen's Court being one of them, the women are, or the men are supposed to be dating or finding their mate. We have been in this reality TV space long enough to know that Someone said the sound is gone again. Is it gone? Can you not hear me? Let me know. Let me know if you can hear me. Just give me a yes. Just somebody give me a yes in the chat. Nandy says they dated on and off, but they weren't in a relationship. Okay, you can hear. Okay, cool. The phone keeps ringing, y'all. I apologize. Okay. So, when you're on these reality TV shows, sometimes it's going to look like you're in a relationship, or it's going to look like you are dating. Whatever the case may be, I don't necessarily feel like K.Michelle was really dating anybody on that show. I felt like she was on that show because I think she's been trying to send a message to Dr. Caston all these years. Perhaps, maybe, okay? I didn't take her seriously in terms of dating the white dude that she was allegedly interested in, nor him. So whatever the case may be, they, I guess, keep in contact. They communicate, friendly, maybe talked, for whatever you might want to call it. So he ends up at some point messing around with PORSHA. Now, in this period of time, K.Michelle has gone on to get approached for Real Housewives of Atlanta. She's going to go on there with the coach, I think. And then it switches over to Dr. Caston. They get married. They do the show. At some point in time, she's doing the show. And I'm assuming she wants to bring him on the show based on what he says here. Somebody wanted to bring him on the show. Okay? Somebody wanted to bring him on the show. Anyway, he gets a call from K.Michelle. He ends up finding out that she's going to do the show. Whatever. Okay? They have like a 2-hour conversation. It is what it is. And then, for whatever reason, I'm assuming that maybe because he has ties to NBC/Peacock, and they know this, and she knows it, that maybe she wanted to kind of keep him in the loop because they were on the same show together under the same network. That would be my assumption. A reasonable assumption, but I am assuming, okay? I am assuming. Somebody wanted him on the show, either K or PORSHA. I don't really know, okay? But the bottom line is, he does not want to be on the show, okay? So I don't know if at this point, this is what I'm going to assume. I'm going to assume K.Michelle goes into the show on guard, okay? Because when she did the interview with Jason Lee said the girls were calling him with regards to who, wanted to know about K.Michelle. So K.Michelle being also on a reality TV show before, or shows before, I'm assuming she probably is also on guard, not only for cast members, but also for producers, perhaps pulling in information from her past to maybe pop up and use against her. Maybe. Okay, maybe she's on guard. Maybe, and I'm assuming this is also true, someone, production or cast, told her the people are plotting against the girl. Girl, they plot. Honestly, as I review all this back, I should be laughing. But somebody tells It's not funny, okay? Somebody tells, somebody tells him, or somebody tells K.Michelle, girl, they plotting, the people are plotting. It's Drew and Portia, and Phaedra's in it too, okay? Somebody tells her this. I don't know who told her. Some kind of way, she determines, well, Phaedra knows when to bow out of this. Meanwhile, according to Nosh, she gets wind of this, and I'm assuming they have a conversation at some on some level about it, right? And so she tells him, well, don't give them any information about me. No, this part I think is valid. It's valid. Don't be giving nobody. And he's like, who am I going to give information to? But he also tells her, listen, just so you know, because if the people are plotting, girl, I want you to know, I did fool around with PORSHA, okay? This is basically kind of how he gives the summary, right? And I'm paraphrasing. You have to go watch the entire interview with, go watch, okay? Cocktails with Carly, all right? Y'all calling her Chaos Michelle. Okay. So, during this conversation, he tells her, listen, they plotting against me. So he's like, well, listen, I just want to give you a heads up. Woo-de-woo, whatever with PORSHA. Okay, cool. So I'm assuming that maybe he doesn't really go into detail about what he says about PORSHA, but at least from what I could gather. And I do understand that he probably wants to respect some of those conversations, things that he told K.Michelle and things that he might have told PORSHA. But he says that there was really no pillow talk going on. So I don't really know what those conversations entailed. So I'm assuming that with this bug in her ear, K.Michelle is one, all right, they're plotting against me. I see what they're doing with Kelly. I see what happened with PORSHA and Kelly. Now, this miscarriage comment has me thinking, now there's a plot. Now she's been with somebody that I used to mess around with. This girl is coming to get me. This is what I really think. This is what I really think. Listen, BJ, trust me, I saw Queen's Court. Okay? I saw that. I saw that show. I saw him on there. I saw the white dude she was with too. Again, I didn't assume either one of those was real situations. So this is what I think is happening. Okay, so K.Michelle is now like, this girl is out. She might be out to get me for real. And here's the thing. For K.Michelle, who has been through a lot of chaos with some of these Atlanta girls or the Atlanta people and productions and ensemble casts, it probably is easy for her to think that the people are out to get her. Perfectly Blended says, Richie, Nash and Kay met up with Shamia at a restaurant before filming. Had to be before filming. Remember, he stopped talking to Kay after they started filming. Alex, this is what I think. I think that Kate is dealing with some past trauma with these shows. And I think that it also could be potentially making her paranoid. I do. But I also think that someone did tell her, they are out to get you, girl. You better watch out. Watch yourself. They out to get you. So now, K.Michelle being on guard with everything, this is what I think. Okay? This is what I think. I'm telling y'all what I think. I'm not telling y'all what I know. I'm only a spectator in this game of chaos. Okay? So what I think happens then is this. I think that K.Michelle becomes, and shout out to the Jasmine brand and also shout out to the Neighborhood Talk. So K.Michelle is like, listen, if these folk out to get me, I got to start recording conversations. I got Molly, you in danger, girl. I got to start recording conversations because I don't know who's zooming who, but they ain't gonna zoom me, okay? So I'm gonna tell the people, I'm gonna tell the camera folk about the stinky kitty rumors. I'm gonna tell them, and ain't nobody gonna use nothing against me. Okay? They're not going to use nothing. And on those shows, you do kind of want to spill your own tea. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But again, I think it's Kay's reaction to this plot that has us all gooped, gagged, and stupefied a little bit, right? Okay. So maybe she gets to saying, okay, I got to make sure I got witnesses, receipts, documentation, because I know how these shows go. And if I don't have proof, then it didn't happen. Okay? I don't have proof, then it did not happen. So she, in my mind, gets to recording the conversation. She calls Nash and is maybe like, listen, I mentioned your name, and maybe asking some other questions because they had a 26-minute conversation for which we hear about 5 seconds of, okay? Now, I really wish if you're going to tell me you got 26 minutes, girl, go ahead and give me the whole, give me the whole, what was that child's name from Basketball Wives that none of them girls like, and she recorded all their conversations? She recorded she recorded everything from the filming, and she burnt the whole house down. Okay? What was her name? Y'all, please forgive me. I should remember because this was a whole situation. OG. Okay? OG, and again, this is what I'm thinking that OG was thinking. This is not the same thought that K.Michelle is having. But OG was thinking, if it is not shown on the show, then it did not happen that way. Okay? If it's not shown on the show, then it didn't happen. And they can always go back to what they said happened, and that's what we will believe. So what OG said was, not on my watch. I'm going to record everything. My tape recorder is going to be recording every single moment. So I can prove what I said, what they did. This is what happened. So I believe that K.Michelle then feeling like, girl, they out to get me. They are plotting on my downfall. They want to see me fail. Like, what have I gotten myself into? She gets to record. This is my only thought. Natty is so stupid. So she gets to saying, well, they plotting and scheming. I got to be ready. Okay, I got to be ready for reunion. All right. So I'm going to have my recordings of my conversations with this man because I don't know what's about to happen. So and so now Lil Mo has entered the chat. Can we talk about Lil Mo real quick? For whatever reason, now there's a beef with Lil Mo and K.Michelle that goes back years. Well, at least since 2016, if my research, because I had to do a little digging. And there was allegedly a radio show that Lil Mo was hosting. There was an event that K.Michelle could not make or didn't make or something like that. And it was alleged that Lil Mo said that K.Michelle was being a diva or something like that behind the screen. I don't know, okay? So, as a result of these recordings, Lil Mo, y'all know Lil Mo has been commenting on social media, okay? Now, I'm going to tell you why I think Lil Mo is doing this. Lil Mo may know that Nikki Gilbert and Miss Jones are bringing back R&B divas, and they're bringing it to New York, East Coast edition, okay? If you go follow Miss Jones, y'all know who Miss Jones is. That's where I wanna be, boy. Okay, remember Miss Jones, the radio host, like media maven. Nikki Gilbert, because I've been asking, I've been hoping and praying and manifesting R&B divas to come back, and I feel like they have finally answered with a yes. So I have been saying, bring back Lil Mo, right? Bring back Lil Mo, because Lil Mo, if you guys recall, R&B Divas LA knew how to get the party started, right? So she also had a little social media beef with Larsa Pippen just a few weeks ago, okay? So Lil Mo says, as a result of K.Michelle posting these recordings, she says federal activities. Sneak recording is nasty work. Shaking my head. The girls be going crazy thinking we forgot what those men had said allegedly about that taint being tart. My cousin says she gave original face with the little teeth energy. I can't unthink about that. So now we have an R and beef. Okay? We've got an R and beef. We've got an R and beef between R&B and actual R&B divas. Now, again, we've had conversations, y'all, about the tainted tart of it all. Salty balls. We talked about it. If you missed our conversation about this, at some point in time, your stuff gonna smell. Okay? Your stuff gonna smell like outside. if you've been running around. No, maybe nobody should know. I don't know. You know, I'm not gonna get into people's whatever they got going on down in the nether regions. I can't do it. It's just too much. It's just too much for me, right? I will say though that recording someone in the state of Georgia is not a federal offense from what I did my digging. Yes, more of Tony. K.Michelle had pulled a no-show on the morning show. Thank you for confirming my my dibble and dabble of research, because I was laying right here trying to catch my breath from flying and just being all over the place today. And I was like trying to go down the rabbit hole, trying to figure out, well, what? Lil Mo? R&B? Tainted tart? Stinky kitty? What we got going on here? Anyway, okay? This is where we are. We have got now K.Michelle. See, last night I said, K.Michelle, you got 24 hours to respond, but she had already responded with this 5-second clip. Now, Kay, I'm gonna need you to give me more than a 5-second clip, because really this don't really do that much in terms of vindicating you. What you probably should do is, you should probably just be direct and tell us, who told you that the girls was out to get you? And again, if they are out to get you, then you kind of almost have to let it play out on the show. More Tony says, I remember that day very well. That's a story time right there. You need to tell that story on your YouTube channel, because it would pop right about now. Trust me, I know trending topics, and talk about that story, okay? Take people down the rabbit hole. I'll watch it, okay? Come back and comment in the comments and let us know you made the video so we can go back down memory lane with you, okay? That's a little tip for y'all. Y'all remember these stories and stuff like that when these beefs pop off and y'all was there? Tell it to the people. Shoot, make some money off your memories. Okay? You're right, Kaylee. Her paranoia isn't helping her. Now, again, whether or not this is, I think I stand by what I said. I still think somebody told her that the girls are plotting. They're going to get you, girl. They're going to get you, yeah. And you better be vigilant, okay? Watch yourself. So this is what I think is going on, but I don't think that she is reacting to it in the best way. She's not reacting to it in an entertaining reality TV sort of way. She's definitely playing her own game. And I don't know what that game is yet, and to what end she is playing it, but it is frustrating for viewers because we are having to piece together a story that we're having to get from every place else except from the person who is the originator of the story. So reality TV and TV in general, y'all, is a show and tell. It's a show and tell thing. So you got to show us what you're telling us, okay? That's TV in general. TV is show and tell medium. So you got to show us, which is why I like, and a lot of creators like to show you graphics so you can see what we're talking about. Now, sometimes we won't have the graphics or we don't want to use the graphics, and I get it. But in this instance, I think something that PORSHA hit on in some of her not so passive aggressive, but kind of passive aggressive digs. If you look at PORSHA's post about the show, is her statements that focus on the show and what's happening in the show in real time. If you do have a problem with PORSHA, this is what I do agree with. It's a K.Michelle mystery. I think you want to. Somebody said Agatha Christie. It was not Clue. Y'all, that's my movie right there. Okay. Clue is a classic. We are all playing Clue right now. Who was it? Who was plotting? If you do have a beef with someone, or if you feel like the girls are plotting, handle it on the show and handle it right then and there. And I know that's not always easy because you're sometimes trying to figure things out. As I did state with Angel from Potomac, she was trying to figure it out, and she was figuring out slowly, not in not in reality TV time, but kind of like how we would do in real life, right? We're trying to figure things out. Like in real life, some of us might be reacting like K.Michelle, like paranoid and kind of like distancing ourselves from the person. But on reality TV, it doesn't translate the same. So I do think that K.Michelle is playing her own game of chess, but I just don't know the rules. Okay, I haven't figured out the rules to her game. I don't know that anybody else has figured out the rules to. It is these are very different rules than the ones we're used to seeing on Real Housewives of Atlanta. Maybe everyone else on the show is playing checkers and she's playing chess. And again, I just haven't figured out how to catch that queen yet because I don't know. Okay. I don't know. But this is how I have put this together. And I don't know. I might not be right, but I think that she's choosing to handle this in this way. And it's not landing for a lot of fans because we're not used to really seeing this. And it's a little confusing for us. Okay. And sometimes the route you take when trying to combat someone actually ends up making that person look better. Okay? So you also have to be aware of that too, right? If PORSHA if she is truly, and I'm not saying if you believe if there is a plot, okay, then the optics of as a result of all of this are making PORSHA look like the sane one here, and it's making K.Michelle look like the one who is acting out with the way that K.Michelle is choosing to navigate this. And so even if the girls were plotting against her, it's now looking like you are the plot. It really is. Oh God. I can't believe I just said that. Anyway. I like K.Michelle. I do. I always have. I think she's misunderstood. I think maybe she's misunderstanding how to play this Housewives game a little bit. Or again, she's making up some rules for herself that we don't quite understand. And I don't even know that she needed to play it this route. It's kind of giving, you got to leave it on the court, really, right? Leave it on the stage. Leave the battle on the stage, meaning fight the battle on the show. Then right now you should just be out here performing and doing shows and stuff like that. I mean, you shouldn't have to be worried about, releasing secret recordings and stuff like that. And again, if the girls are plotting on you, then you just got to let them plot, because sometimes people can be plotting your downfall and they end up digging their own holes for their own graves. So I always feel like this: you don't have to really worry about what other people are doing to you, doing against you behind your back. Because I feel like when you just operating out of a space of intention and goodness, then you don't necessarily, that all of that stuff don't really matter. It won't work. It really won't work. So you just kind of have to let people, they might be throwing balls at you, K.Michelle, but you don't even have to catch those balls. And yeah, you gotta let some of that paranoia go, because it's just not going to serve you in the long run. And what I hope is that this is not the defining moment for her on the show, right? I hope that this is a moment that they move through pretty quickly, and we begin to see more of who else she is and what else she can offer to the show. Because right now, this is like, girl, this is not, I don't know how this is going to look at the end of the day. Because if I'm a producer, I'm bringing Nosh to the reunion. That's me if I'm the producer. If I'm a producer, oh, you been on TV? You doing interviews? We got a little chunk of change over here for you if you want to come on the show and settle this Agatha Christie riddle mystery for once and for all. Okay? Just Shorty P, I said it. I said, Tamar, don't respond. Please don't respond. Again, somebody throws you a ball, don't catch it. Just let it go. Protect your peace. That's it. That's my message for today, y'all. So anyway, y'all, I need to go and get myself ready. I got an event to go to. Remember, I had mentioned if any of you guys are here in Miami, I will be speaking tomorrow on a panel at the American Black Film Festival at 10:30 a.m. to 11:45 a.m. And we'll be talking about bringing creatives, productions, film to the DC area. I'm super excited about it. I am. I really am. I'm just super tired right now. And I got an event tonight at 8 p.m. So let me go on ahead and get myself together. I'm reading your comments right now. Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you. I appreciate that. More of Tony. Yeah, go ahead and do that video. Do it now. Do it today. Do not wait. Okay. The topic is trending today. Talk about it today. And there you go. Thank me later. Okay. Then come back here. Drop the link in the comments so we'll know how to go watch it. All right. All right. I'll catch y'all in the next video.